Brazil stood still on August 9, 2024 as news broke of a devastating plane crash. Voepass Flight 2283, an ATR 72-500 aircraft, had crashed near Vinhedo, São Paulo. The flight was en route from Cascavel to Guarulhos International Airport in São Paulo. All 62 souls on board, 57 passengers and 5 crew members, perished in the tragedy. The incident sent shockwaves across the nation, marking Brazil's deadliest aviation disaster since the TAM Airlines Flight 3054 crash in 2007. The loss of life, the suddenness of the event, and the unanswered questions left the nation in mourning. The Brazilian government declared a period of national mourning. Families grappled with unimaginable loss, and communities across the country came together to offer support. As investigators began the arduous task of piecing together the events that led to the crash, the nation held its breath, united in grief and desperate for answers. The tragedy of Voepass Flight 2283 served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of aviation safety. Voepass Flight 2283 departed Cascavel Airport at 12:33 p.m. local time on its routine flight to São Paulo. The initial stages of the flight appeared normal, with the aircraft climbing to its cruising altitude of 17,000 feet. However, just over an hour into the flight at approximately 1:21 p.m., disaster struck. The aircraft, without warning, entered a steep dive and crashed into a wooded area near Vinhedo. Eyewitness accounts described a scene of horror, with the aircraft spiraling downwards before disappearing into the trees. The impact was catastrophic, leaving behind a debris field spread over a large area. Emergency services rushed to the scene, but their efforts were hampered by the remote location and the devastation. It quickly became clear that there were no survivors. The crash site became a somber testament to the tragedy, a grim reminder of the human cost of this aviation disaster. Weather conditions played a crucial role in the events leading up to the crash of Voepass Flight 2283. Reports indicate that the aircraft encountered adverse weather conditions, including overcast skies and the possibility of icing at higher altitudes. Icing, a serious threat to aircraft, occurs when supercooled water droplets freeze upon contact with the aircraft's surface. This ice accumulation can disrupt airflow over wings and control surfaces, potentially leading to a loss of lift and control. While the ATR 72-500 is equipped with de-icing systems, including heated wing elements and propeller anti-icing systems, their effectiveness depends on various factors, including the severity of icing conditions and the crew's timely activation and management of these systems. The investigation into the crash is examining whether the aircraft encountered severe icing conditions that overwhelmed its de-icing capabilities, or if there were any potential malfunctions in the aircraft's systems. As Voepass Flight 2283 navigated the challenging weather conditions, technical issues began to plague the aircraft. Warning lights flashed in the cockpit, alerting the pilots to potential problems with the aircraft systems. One crucial system, the de-icing system, experienced repeated failures, leaving the aircraft vulnerable to the elements. The pilots, battling the deteriorating weather and the malfunctioning systems, found themselves in a desperate struggle to maintain control of the aircraft. Despite their efforts, the situation worsened. The aircraft, now battling a combination of technical malfunctions and potentially severe icing, began to lose altitude rapidly. It entered a steep dive, spiraling towards the ground. This aerodynamic phenomenon, known as a spin, occurs when one wing stalls before the other, resulting in a rapid, uncontrolled descent. The pilots, facing a catastrophic situation, fought valiantly to regain control of the aircraft, but their efforts proved futile. The aircraft, caught in a deadly spiral, crashed into the ground, killing all on board.